friends, welcome back to Dergy be Playin versus slastreward. So this is going to be a little different start to an episode, because normally we already have the box unlocked. I was interrupted by a call in my last episode, and because I was done already, basically, and all I had to do was open the safe. I just called it good. And so now we're going to open the safe and get out of here, but then the episode will continue as normal. I wonder if we might find the murderer, the bomb planter, or possibly both in this one. Because I think there was a point where Alice was murdered. Well, at the very least, we know Luna's murdered. This might actually be the Luna murder one. But anyway, rambling aside for at least the next, 5 seconds. I can't promise beyond that. Alright, it opened. Now, should we collect our spoils? First, a map. It says floor B. The one I found in the lounge said floor A. Then it must mean that floor A is the top floor. We rode the elevator down to get to this floor, after all. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, moving on. Next we've got, some key cards. They have an image of a moon. They have an image of the moon on them. That must mean these are what the announcer was talking about. The moon keys. We've got 2 of them, just like with the sun keys. Alright. Alright, Kay, you take one. Why? You're a solo. Alice and I will take the other one. Ah, yes, of course. Thank you. And the last prize? Let's see here. The key. This must be for the exit. Now we can leave. Feels good, man. What are we waiting for, then? Nothing. This is the lock for the exit. It says lock right now. Time to kiss this weird-ass room goodbye. You know what I love? Okay. Maybe it's because of the whole K thing that happened, but there's a lot of things about this room that are weird. But I just love how, I was expecting Sigma to just say, alright, let's go, then. Are you guys ready? But this is apparently a particularly weird-ass room to him. But if you think about it, they're all weird as fuck. But, you know, I actually had I had a feeling it was probably about that. In specific. Whatever, I'd rather forget any of this ever happened. 3, 2, 1. I love the moeification of K here. Honestly, I do. It's great and cute and valid. He's cute and valid. He's a good boy. I love him. I just hope he's not actually evil as fuck. Because again, I have a feeling that might be part of why, maybe a reason for, the amnesia. Self-induced amnesia. So if for some reason he can be there and maybe, benefit from the morphogenetic fields change or something, but, not be suspicious because he's not fucking evil, basically, until he remembers that he's evil and everything that he knows and is. Anyway. But again, the other option, in my opinion, is it's Snake, which again is Oof, because there's been many points that Clover has been very suspicious of Kay, if indeed he is her brother that she loves very much. So that's Oof, if that's true. But anyway, what is this place? A warehouse?
Hey, look over there.
Those doors are white.
Shall we have a look, then?
Yeah, a lot of rehashing, but these games just have a lot of repetition. I honestly find it beneficial, both for my memory and also just because you pick out details and you make connections, you know? When you go through these scenes again, you know things about this stuff that you didn't before, so you can start piecing some things together on the fly. So I like repeating. This game is very replayable, at least until you've done all the routes, and it should be. And I'd say the main reason that makes it so compelling to do all the routes is, first of all, again, seeing the different things that happen and figuring out all the mysteries and stuff. But the other thing is, going through the same scenes don't really feel like the same scenes when you have context that you did not have before.
They're all the same, though.
Well, this one's locked.
This one won't open either.
No luck here.
It looks like they have the same locking mechanism as the other chromatic doors.
So these will be the next doors to open. We should go let the others know. Alice and I turned to go, but Kay stayed put. Interesting. Is something wrong?
No. I just feel as if I've seen this warehouse before.
Huh. Wait, you've been here before?
I don't know. Perhaps I haven't been here. Only somewhere very similar.
You mean the floor?
Okay, yeah, I thought that was supposed to mean... I thought that was supposed to be some kind of morphogenetic fields thing. Like, in this game, saying stuff like that is dangerous, because the player's gonna fucking assume that you mean some deja vu ass shit. Because, like, in a very literal sense, deja vu ass shit is real in this game.
Perhaps.
Or it could be both.
An ambidex gate has
God damn it,
been
Uchikoshi.
opened. 45.
Yeah, Dio again. Probably. In fact, I don't think it's ever not been Dio at this point. Except there was one time where 2 doors were open, but I don't remember why. And who did the other one.
Someone else must have opened one of the AB gates.
Before we got back?
I imagine they don't care what happens to the rest of us. That would be the most logical explanation. In any event, we should return quickly.
Yeah. Let's get going, guys.
Sigma?
Where's Temiuchi's team? Are they not back yet?
Nope, we were the first.
Then wait a little longer before you open the AB gate.
It wasn't us. I tried to stop him, but...
Come on, it's not like
I
when we
knew
open
it.
the door really affects the matches, right? It's cool.
No, it's not cool.
Your team returned quite early, Dio. Did your investigation go smoothly?
I guess.
Which one did you guys go to?
The treatment center.
Treatment center? Oh, this again. How's that different from the infirmary?
There were these pod things. Look, just go see for yourself, alright? I don't feel like explaining it.
You took something from the treatment center, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Huh?
You did. I saw it too. After we opened the safe, you grabbed something out of it and put it in your pocket. Show us what you took.
Get away from me.
Clover shoved her hand into Dio's pocket and began to dig around. I love her,
Should be
honestly.
this one.
Let go.
Thank you, Clover. Before Dio could push her away, Clover found what she was looking for.
I knew it.
An injection gun? Wait, yeah, we haven't been in there yet. And then, wait. Wasn't the injection gun at the scene of Luna's... Did he kill... Wasn't it Luna that got injected with this gun? Wasn't it left near her corpse? Wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that came into play somehow. What's this stuff for?
I don't know. I feel like I've heard that name before somewhere.
That's definitely a new drug. I've heard of Sopro Beta and, I forget what the name of the muscle relaxant is. But this one's new, I think.
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Hey!
With a desperate lunge, Dio managed to grab the gun back from Clover. But before she had a chance to protest... Oh god, they found... Well, I was about to say they found Luna, but there she is, she's fine. They probably found... Wait, Alice is here. Who the fuck did they find? I guess we're about to see. Did someone die? This sounds like a very someone died sort of reaction.
Have any of you seen Quark?
Okay. Oh, it's him disappearing again. I really wonder what happens when that happens. Does he go kill himself in somewhere very secluded? I don't know if it's that simple. I also hope that that's not what happens, because that's Ooof anyway. But, I think we're aware that he should have Radical Sixed by now, I think. But there was that one time where he did disappear, I remember that.
Anyone, please!
Quark? Did something happen to him?
We found a pantry on the other side of the red door, but after we left, he just disappeared.
Yeah, the pantry and the treatment center are the only 2 rooms that I do believe that we know of that we have not explored yet.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him.
You think he's lost?
Don't you think you're being a little optimistic there?
What?
Come on, that little jerk's probably dead by now.
Christ, Dio. Heartless fucking bastard.
We've already found one corpse, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Probably a lot of things.
How could you?
Because he's a heartless bastard, Luna.
Why would you say such a horrible thing?
I repeat, because he's a heartless bastard, Luna.
Whoa, simmer down there. Just saying it's a possibility.
Well, even if it is, we should all be looking for him, because we're not heartless bastards, Dio.
Yes.
As we began to file out, I saw Alice staring intently into the corner of the... This again? It seemed strange, but looking for Quark was my priority. I turned and headed toward the magenta door. Okay, so this is the murder route again. This is when Alice is probably going to be found dead and be killed this time. We'll see, though. Because I don't think she's Radical 6'd yet. In fact, I don't know if she does in every route. She may not. I think Quark seems to, though. But he might not even hear. What if he got killed this time? I don't think we've ever found him murdered. Quark, are you in there? I guess not. Damn. Let's try floor B then. I wonder what that Neo Ghost-Mean or whatever does. That's probably significant. And I bet it's been used before on someone to make something happen. I don't know, though. Again, it very well may be Luna. I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, it's been used on Luna. Didn't we find that gun next to her when she got killed? But it's been a while since I've done a route where she's gotten killed, so... In fact, I think it's only been one route so far that I've done where she's gotten killed. Tamioji's team took the red door. They've probably already searched that area pretty thoroughly then. Maybe I'll try the blue door. So we're all looking for Quark now. Rec room. I thought you said you wanted to leave this place behind forever. But yeah. More important things to worry about right now. Quark, where are you? He's not here either. The hell'd he go?
Oh, Sigma. Any luck?
Nothing. I can't find him anywhere.
I see.
What about you? Never mind. If you found him, you'd have said something already.
Indeed. I went to the treatment center, as well as the Floor B warehouse, but he was not there.
Oh well. Let's head back to the Floor A warehouse.
Good idea. Perhaps the others have had more luck.
I don't think so, because for some fucking reason, last time I don't think anyone found his ass.
Well, did you find him?
I don't think anyone did, dude. Sorry. Either that or they did, but they killed him, so they fucking aren't saying shit. Sorry, we couldn't find him anywhere.
I see.
Are the three of you the only others to have returned?
Yeah, we're it.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have any luck either.
Yeah, no clues or anything.
I don't get it. With this many people looking, it seems like we'd be able to find him pretty fast.
Yeah, so I really wonder where the fuck he or his body is. Because there was another route where no one found him, and then we had a bad end, or... Well, not really a bad end, because... Now I'm starting to learn that there's the locks, which are basically bad ends, but then there's the bad ends, which have a skull on it, so that you know it's actually a bad end, and actually an end.
Quark is only a child. It's possible he's become trapped in a small, enclosed space.
Well, wouldn't we at least be able to hear him calling for help?
Yeah, you're right.
Quark.
Temioji's shoulders slumped. He looked old, and much older than he had when we met. I could see tears glistening at the corners of his eyes. Wait, much older than we had when we met? Is he literally, like, rapidly aging? Is that like a... Like, because, again, my theory is that he's Santa rapidly aged, or he's Junpei. But, again, that's just my crazy-ass theory. Either that, or he's someone entirely different. But, then what the fuck is his connection with Akane? And what the fuck is Akane's connection to all this? Because it's gotta be something and not nothing. Especially because apparently her picture unlocks the facial recognition. What the fuck does that mean? In the fucking director's office. I could see tears glistening at the corners of his eyes. For just a moment I saw in them all of his pain, fear, and despair. And it felt like someone had put my heart in a vice. Oh, so the feeling this game gives me, basically in all of these Ooof moments. Okay. I feel you, Sigma. Then Dio appeared, and the mood suddenly changed.
Hey,
Oh no.
you guys, come here.
Dio?
What are you standing around for? They're in the crew quarters.
Who?
Just come on.
Who? What? How? What? Huh? Has this happened before? Did he kill someone or something? Or did something happen? Yeah, there's Alice. And both of them! I've become so used to seeing people dead in these games. Especially these two women that, like, especially Alice, that, like, shrug at this point. Not sure what to think about that. Except I really feel like being desensitized to this kind of stuff is actually better than most people seem to think. People might seem to think it's like losing your humanity or something, but I really think being desensitized to violence is a good thing, because what if this kind of shit happens? You'd probably be able to think clearly if you're more desensitized to it. That's what I'd think. And hope, I suppose. And it doesn't need to turn you into a psycho killer. Because if it does, that just means you are already fucked up in a different way that you need a lot of therapy for. Or actually, wait, at that point you probably need, like, more than therapy, but you know what I mean?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
There was a roaring in my ears. Breathing? Heartbeat? But my footsteps sounded muffled, as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. As kind of disturbing as they are, the imagery here, as a writer, is really inspiring to me. I'm lapping it up, especially the way that it's described how he feels about seeing these dead people. It's very human, it's very descriptive, it's very immersive, and as a writer, I'm just soaking it up. It's so good. This was also translated, well, actually, no, localized from Japanese to English. This is very good localization, because it's written really just fucking well in English. They had to take the Japanese translation into English, and then make it make sense in English, and not just make sense, but be really good fucking writing. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had been driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood. Yeah, I think this is the point where she's killed with a knife, and not by herself with a scalpel. But I guess we'll see. No one could survive something like that. I forced myself to swallow the stinging lump in my throat and turned toward Luna. Unlike Alice, at first glance she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check for a pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline. Yeah, the injection gun. But wait, how was it it was taken from by Clover. It makes sense at this point that she'd kill her, but maybe But I think Dio had something to do with one of their deaths. Because it makes too much sense, both because of how heartless a bastard he is, and also because he conveniently found them alone, right? You know? But what if that's what Uchikoshi wants you to think? God damn it. Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. I already knew what I would find, but pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing. They're dead.
My God. What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them.
Whomst?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
Wait, what? You're saying this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed, but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
But why I mean, of course he's blaming a mystery third party, especially if he had something to do with it. Which I really think so, still. But I also feel like it wouldn't be that easy, because this is fucking Uchikoshi, but...
Or perhaps they killed one another.
I'm thinking that could be part of... There's a lot of about this, to me.
Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure Alice would be dead by, like, pretty much that point. Although I don't know exactly how long you die after being stabbed in the heart. If she was hit in the heart, which I don't know, but I think so?
That's pretty far-fetched.
Yeah.
Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle. I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now. We'd all separated to look for Quark. Any one of us could have done it.
Oof, yeah. You mean the killer is one of us? Of course it is. I say of course it is. However, yeah, I think it's pretty safe, honestly, to say that there are no living people left in here other than us 9 or 7 now, or possibly 6, because we don't if Quark did it, that doesn't make sense. But I feel like Uchikoshi would pull that some fucking how. Like, you know, Radical 6 makes you stronger, right? It would be bullshit if that's literally the answer, but what if it is, though? I would say that Uchikoshi's done some pretty bullshit things for plot, so I wouldn't really put it past him, but that's so ridiculous to me that I'm pretty sure it's a red herring from hell. I also think Dio is probably a red herring, but maybe not.
Do you think there's someone else in here?
Well...
Do you think that Zero Senior killed these two, as well as the old woman?
Give me a break. How can you just sit around here talking?
No point in making a fuss.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of us is a killer. Can't think of a better reason to make a fuss.
You do realize you're the most likely suspect, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
I feel like this is deja vu. Either this same thing happened before, because I remember this scenario, we all split up, Quark disappeared, someone got killed. That one ending, or I guess lock, where Sigma pretty obviously got Radical 6, and then he woke up and then realized that Phi had done a whole lot of research on who killed specifically Luna. They found footage, and there was, you know, Kay could have done it, Dio could have done it, Clover could have done it. And then they looked and saw that Luna was probably the most likely person to have killed the lady. And then in that one, Dio and Kay also killed each other, it seems. And I have a feeling that if they did that, it's because one of them was the killer and the other found out. Maybe. Again, like, a lot of fingers point to Dio, but maybe that's just because we've seen him be a piece of shit over and over again. And also we've seen him literally not give a fuck about killing Sigma. So, yeah.
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them, and...
Are you saying I did this?
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't need to get so worked up about it.
I love how fucking nonchalant she is, dude. So if you don't vote, your choice is set to ally? Okay, yeah, we're just learning about this time. I guess that means Luna's vote will be ally for this round.
Yes, it does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
They killed Alice and Luna for that? I mean, if you want to get out of here enough... Who would Luna's opponent be?
Quark and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
Yeah, of course you're saying that, because again, you are the most suspicious one here. And when you blame people when you're already suspicious, you only make yourself more suspicious. We have also learned that Dio is not very smart and he's extremely impulsive. So there's a lot of reasons here to just believe that it's him. But again, what if it's a red herring from absolute hell? Like I said, Quark was one, but no, this is even more of that, because, like, yeah, Quark's conveniently missing, but, like, Dio has so many, yep, he's the killer, boxes checked right now. I almost feel like it's supposed to look like that, but it's not him. That feels more likely because of just how much it looks like it's him. Because it's pretty clear to me that, at least, you know, in my experience of these games, that subversion of expectations is one of Uchikoshi's favorite things to do. But we'll see.
You want to say that to my face?
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice? She's playing against Kay, not me!
Not quite. Even without his partner, Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote
Wait,
as he wishes.
that doesn't make much sense to me, though.
Maybe that's why Luna died. Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
True. I suppose that is a possibility.
Yeah, that's true.
But we are engaging in pure speculation here. There is little to no evidence to support any of it.
I didn't mean to cut him off, like I never do, but you know the drill by now. Whoopsie. Well, we should probably head back to the warehouse. I mean, the problem is I'm used to advancing text when there's no voice acting. I can't always know if a line's gonna be voice acted or not. So that's, I think, why I keep doing that. Oh well.
We should take their bracelets with us then.
Because I voice act most of the game, so what ends up happening is I try to advance it quickly so I can get the whole line in front of my face so I can voice act it. And I'm so used to doing that I keep doing that with, you know, the voiced lines and it cuts them off. I think it shouldn't cut them off, it should just display the text. That's what I would do if I was developing a game like this. I'm sure that's possible. It doesn't make sense that it wouldn't be. In fact, I feel like there might be games like that, but don't quote me. I don't remember right now. Huh? Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
You're pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
A sterling deduction. I await your further insight. He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
What did you just say? Are you fucking with me?
Yeah. Knock it off. Is there really any point to arguing about this?
Agreed. We aren't getting any younger here.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Alice.
Clover, hug. Oh god. Is she gonna go nutso again? Come on, Clover, we gotta go.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover.
If you don't vote, Dio might get out.
Huh?
He's got 6 BP right now. If you don't vote, you'll automatically ally, and I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray. That'd be 3 points, which will put him at 9. Once he's got that, there's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll try and pick ally, of course, but Dio's not an idiot. He'll try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Dio will have 9 points?
What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
But why is Fi so adamant about this? Did she fucking kill? That doesn't make sense to me. But maybe she's just trying to make sure he doesn't get away. Especially because it's obvious she cares. And it's obvious she doesn't want people to die in here.
Fine. I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Good. Let's go.
I took a deep breath and unlocked the AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? Where was Quark? I wasn't in any kind of mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous games, but at this point I didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and started toward the entrance to my AB room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting ally? I would reciprocate, of course.
How many points does K have? Although, I don't feel like there's a lot of reason for me to not trust him. But what if, again, Uchikoshi wants you to think that? Well, let's see what Sigma says about it. I'm still probably gonna pick ally, and hope to God it works, because I like to be a good human being, and this game's really testing how much I want to be a good human being. I think it's kind of the point, like, thematically of this game, in a way. At least one of them. Certainly a big one.
You have 5 BP. If we both ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total. Should you also cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9. Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one. That being the case, choosing ally is the most logical choice.
And see, he is very logical, but, like, again, this is a pretty sneaky argument if you're gonna try to... But how many points does he have? That's the other thing. It's like, considering everything happening right now, and K is kind of an enigma, because he's just very calm all the time. And that's pretty spooky here, you know what I mean, in this situation? So, you know what I mean? True, but how many points do you have?
Me?
As I recall, you and Clover chose Betray in the first AP game. That means you should have God damn it. I don't want to not trust K either, but I sort of want to pick ally both to be a good human being, and also, if he doesn't choose Betray, why not? And if he doesn't choose Betray, does that mean he actually gives a fuck? It seems like he does, but, if you betray me and get another 3, you could get all the way to 9 this round.
Ah, yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
See, I'm kind of inclined to believe in him, but lots of people have lied for this, you know what I mean? God damn, I'm still gonna pick ally. I'm gonna fucking do it. I am deciding right now. Even if I have extreme second thoughts, I'm doing it. And regardless of what outcome that has, it's probably gonna have story things we need, so... Also, I'm gonna start having to choose Betray out my ass, I think, with the next route. So, yeah! But you picked Betray in the first round, didn't you?
That was in the interest of my own safety, as I only had 3 points at the time. The prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling. Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
Why wouldn't you want to get out of here as soon as you possibly could?
Of course I would like to, but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Why's that?
Isn't it obvious? If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten what Zero told us?
The number 9 door only opens once!
Yeah, there's a lot of good reasons here, but it all comes down to, is he really a good enough person for this, though? And we don't know. We don't know shit about him. All we know is he's logical and calm. And that could make a really good serial killer, you know? For all we know, he could have been the one. Especially because he was one of the suspects that Fi had, because he did pop into their room.
It'll look good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you can get stuck.
I trust you remember now?
So if someone opens it and escapes...
Precisely. Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Hey, don't tell me you're planning to just leave us all in the lurch and take out by yourself.
I would never do that.
Again, lots of people at this point have said that and then did it anyway. Because the moment someone's at 6 BP, so many people have just said, fuck you, bye. And I wouldn't blame anyone for doing that in this situation. Anyone at all. But I kind of would. Because then that leaves me and everyone else to die. So that's fun.
Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave? Especially knowing that, if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Well, considering we've never been able to stop anyone from leaving yet, I would say that's a pretty moot fucking point. Well, no, of course we'd stop you. But again, we conveniently have not been able to stop anyone that's been leaving. I hate when stories do this, where they have this kind of thing in place, and then they don't fucking use it. They people say, oh, you know, this could happen. It never fucking happens. That's so common of a trope in stories, and I hate it, honestly. And the more I hear from this, the more I feel like he's gonna choose Betray. Because he's really trying hard to convince Sigma of this. I can't think of a time in this game so far where someone has not done this and then just did it anyway. You know what I mean? Because the harder you try to convince the other person has so far correlated to how much you want to get out. So, I don't really believe him, but I'm still probably just going to choose Ally, because again, I like being a good human being, and I'm not going to be able to do that for most of the rest of the choices I have to make to fill out the other question marks on the flowchart. Well, no, of course we'd stop you.
You see? Working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
Again, part of me believes him, part of me doesn't. And the thing is that the part of me that, like I said, doesn't believe him is growing stronger the more he tries to convince Sigma so hard of this. Because normally he's rather quiet, unless he feels like he seems to have something really relevant to say, at least I feel like it. So, the fact that he's using all this logic to dump on us is just really sus to me. Even though he's probably one of the least sus people in my eyes, just because of his lack of actions that have fucked people over.
1 minute remains until Amberdeck's game polling closes.
Our time is nearly up. I trust you will choose wisely.
Yeah, of course. You too. Kay had made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. And again, all these compelling arguments have resulted in the person fucking off anyway. Also, we haven't been able to stop anyone from leaving yet. I am aware there's a lot of evidence to not choosing it. It's just, I can't not be a big softie. So, yeah, there's just a lot of sus shit about this. But if he does choose Ally, that'd be awesome, and then I'd trust him more than anyone else, ironically. Because a lot of people for good reason, don't trust him because of how much of an enigma he is. You know, the fact that he conveniently has amnesia and he conveniently can't take his mask off, you know what I mean? And he's conveniently very big and strong, which is what I was about to say. Like, we haven't been able to stop anyone from leaving yet anyway, but he's probably the strongest out of all of us. If he has to push people away or something, he can. So, yeah. But I'ma choose ally. I can't be a dickhead unless I feel utterly forced to, which I'm about to be. Whenever I have to start making a bunch of betray choices in a row, that'll be some fun episodes. Would he really choose to ally? If I chose ally and he chose betray, he'd have 9 points and I'd have 2. Still, even if he did have 9 points, he might not try and escape right away. The question was, how much could I trust him? I honestly feel like this is probably the most compelling argument for what I'm about to do. Like I said already, I feel like he's one of the more trustable people because if you look at the things he has done, yes, he chose betray when he had 3 points. But there's been some scummy shit people have done when they had nothing to worry about. And I don't think he's been one of those people yet. So, and he's always tried to sort of be a peacekeeper, generally. And hasn't made openly hostile actions of any kind from what I remember. I'd say there's more reason to trust him than, I mean, obviously Dio, honestly Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, even Quark. Because there's some ambiguity about if he'd pull some shit. But I really think it's just Dio talking out his ass. Because it's only from Dio's mouth that I think any kind of snakery from Quark was even mentioned, so it probably was just bullshitting. Because Dio obviously has no fucking problem with lying, or fucking killing people, which again, really convenient that he found the bodies. The question was, how much could I trust him? How much trust could I give a man whose face I'd never seen?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I hope you're good on your word, Kay. He seems to have been so far, so I'm trusting him. I'm not even gonna look at the flowchart, because if I do and there's one square underneath, I'm gonna be like, whoops! So I'm not even gonna give myself that kind of a hint. Oh boy. Yep, betray ally. I fucking knew it! That was a trap. But again, it's so hard for me to choose betray at all. Fuck this game. Like, why else would you say all that? What?
So you did indeed choose ally.
You tricked me.
I apologize.
Sigma, you fucking idiot! Now Kay's got 9 points thanks to your stupid ass.
He's not just gonna leave us.
I apologize for taking further advantage of your trust.
I knew it.
I will be leaving.
What? Before we could react, Kay slipped past us with speed and agility that belied his size. I didn't... You know what?
Damn it!
There's no way that that's really an important paragraph, so...
Wait, you son of a bitch!
He didn't give any sign that he'd heard Dio, just grabbed the lever and pulled it down. Oof, this game is crueler than 999. Or than the first than the second Nonary game, I should say. Just because of this whole thing.
Oh no.
That one person could decide to save themselves and leave all the others to die. That's not really a thing that's as easy to happen in the first one. But I think that's because June ran it and actually wanted a lot of the people involved to survive. I'm thinking Ace is running this one, which makes a lot of sense for how fucking more cruel it is. But still, June is not a good person. It feels hard to say that, knowing everything about her, but think about everything that she had to put people through, including very possible death for a man she, I think, obviously loves, and then also, like, a bunch of other people she has no quarrels with at all, and also her fucking brother, too. So, there's a lot of about that. Why'd you do it? I trusted you, okay?
The answer is obvious. 3 people have already been murdered. If I remain, I place myself in greater danger. A simple decision, really. I'm sure you would have done...
The same logic he used to convince Sigma. God damn it, Kay.
I apologize. I do intend to contact the police as soon as I have escaped. Now then.
Okay, wait. I think he actually is a better person than a lot of the other people here. But again, humanity, self-preservation. He didn't even turn around. Is this just another bad end to think? Honestly, I want to do the betray side of this if this is just a bad end. But if it isn't, obviously we're... But I think it is. I think all of the we're just locked in here endings are just bad ends.
Thank you for your participation.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
As the game escape, please.
And that's when Junpei knew. He fucked up.
He's gone.
I keep calling him Junpei. I don't know why I'm doing that again. I thought I've said Sigma and heard Sigma enough times to not default to Junpei again. I don't know why I'm doing that. Maybe it's because I've been thinking about 999 so much this episode. I don't know.
Damn it!
Oh yeah, this is probably my favorite song from this entire game. So let me just jam and not think about how oof this whole thing
It's
is.
all your fault, Sigma!
There's no point to blaming him now.
Yeah, it's not like we can open that door again.
Ah, damn it!
No, this isn't right. This can't be right. We stood there in silence, staring at the door. The only exit to the outside world now closed forever. Our only chance of escape now was to hope Kay would keep his word and contact the police. If they even exist anymore! Alice, Luna, the old woman. Who'd killed them? And where had Quark gone? There were questions we still hadn't answered because this is a Uchikoshi game, but we had plenty of time now. Perhaps we still would. I actually like how kind of hopeful that particular one is. I don't hate that ending as much as I thought I might. It makes sense in retrospect, specifically, that even if Kay is a really good person compared to a lot of the people here, at least, you know, in his form at the moment where he doesn't have his memories of anything. Like I said, the same logic he used to convince Sigma, he'd convinced himself with that he should leave. Yeah, I said Sigma instead of Junpei. By default. Feels good, man. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna immediately just go... We're not ending this one yet. Unless there's like a whole room, and not just an ending here, and then we're gonna end it when we get to that room. But otherwise, I am sorry, Kay. And I'm also kinda not, because I know you fucked me over. But again, I am not as angry at him as I would be at anyone else. Because I think he genuinely gives a fuck. Unlike Dio, and unlike, frankly, Alice or Clover. Well, no, I think at least Clover gives a fuck. And I think Alice gives a fuck when she's not under a lot of duress, but she is. You know, actually, no, does Alice actually get the fuck out? No, but then there's Fi, who stopped caring, in her own words. I think because of a premonition she had of Junpei betraying her in the first version of this game that happened. Because this is like a second loop, fucking somehow, of this. Or it might be a situation like the first game, where it's a repeat, but well, actually that doesn't make sense. But like, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck they could have had 2 lives, where the game went differently. Like, in canon, and not just in all the different routes. Because that seems to be the case. It's like, somehow, the game went one way, and then time rewinded and it went another way. That seems literally canon. And I'm like, how the fuck? But that seems to literally be canon. Kay had made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. What if he allies? Really I won't fucking understand. I've read this whole paragraph. So yeah, I made the right choice. I used the same logic you did, self-preservation. I wonder how he's gonna react to this. I both hope and think he is going to be more amicable than most of all the other people would be in this situation, but...
Results will be
what the hell's up if he allies? Just like I still don't really know what the hell's up with Alice doing so, but what if it's a premonition? But I have this feeling he's not having premonitions, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay, good. So it's not a Weird Alice situation where it's the opposite choice that she makes in the other way. In the other, version of that. I also just realized that, like, the art of Kay there, even though he's a robot and can't really make facial expressions, you know, looks actually very intense there, like everyone else. I think it's because his eyes do make expressions. His, like, eye screens, at least. And I say he's a robot, but it's more like he has some sort of mechanical suit that has eyes that make expressions. That's like all of the expression that ends up on his face, but it's enough to get across what he's feeling, I think, most of the time. And then also, the body language also helps, but again, that's art of Kay. It's impressive to me, because he can't use body language there, because it's just his head, and he can't make, like, expressions with the rest of his face that people can see anyway. So only his eyes are conveying what he's feeling, and it's working. It's impressive to me from an art perspective. Anyway, so you pick Betray.
To a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything.
Ask the same of you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
That you would choose Ally.
If I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not gonna let you out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
Well, I'm from the future, bitch, and you fucking did, so fuck you. You lying sack of shit.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
But I'm from the future, bitch, and you fucking did. Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
You do not trust me. No
Well,
need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me. Again, he's just calm. That's just what he is. And you could either be endeared by that like I am, or make it seems more suspicious. Again, I have a feeling he is not as malicious as everyone else here. At least, again, until he regains memories and personality.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
The honesty is refreshing, but that's really not the brightest move.
So you chose Betray too, huh? You just picked Ally out of 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that?
Why on earth would anyone have done that to you because of how you act this entire game? Not to mention the fact that I know that you just kill Sigma and don't give a fuck. Or at least know that you could kill him and don't give a fuck in one ending. Also, I'm pretty sure he makes other Betray choices in that exact scenario several other times.
There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP.
Are you an idiot or something?
Just smartasses.
Look who's fucking talking, smartass. So you chose Betray?
Of course. Luna's bracelet is on. No risk of penalty.
I mean, it is a little scummy. Especially just kind of taking advantage of a dead person, sort of. But, like, it's better than doing it to her alive. But is it, though? Again, moral fucking contraries. That's this entire game.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
And then there's that. So it's ultimately a selfless thing, just as we always see with him and Quark. Because ultimately he gives a fuck about Quark more than himself, that's been clear. Because of course, think about it, the only time that he's ever escaped was with himself and Quark. You know what's interesting? I just realized, I would trust Tenmyoji if he told me that he would pick Ally when he only has himself the ability to get to 9 that round, and not Quark. That's probably the only person right now that I would trust with that. Except for maybe Luna? He wouldn't escape by himself. He couldn't do that to Quark unless Quark was dead.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Whoa, nobody's saying that.
Yeah, maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
Oof, man.
No set.
I'm skipping this because I'm pretty sure I remember this is exactly the same. That even if it's not the same people saying it, that this is just always what happens at this point. I'm gonna start, I think, skipping more of this stuff to expedite episodes.
You found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. There are 3 white doors in the Floor B warehouse.
White doors, huh? Maybe that's where Quark went. The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they open. We've still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Yeah. Looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm a blue solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
Say something.
Yeah, of course she did.
What color are you?
I'm a green solo.
Why'd she sigh about?
What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
That's significant, but why?
Both of
What about
them
you
are
two?
yellow pairs.
Wait, he has both of them? I didn't know this. Then, what color is... were we aware who picked them up? Did he just pick them up? I don't know. Then what color is Quark? Okay, so like, basically they are, you know, the yellow pair isn't in the game except for whoever needs them to open the door.
Red, blue, and green.
Oh, that's why. She realized immediately that, okay, I'd need Dio, probably. Okay. But Solos can't group... Yeah, she doesn't really have a choice, then.
That's why magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer? Doesn't sound like a good time to me.
Yeah, says probably the murderer or a very big suspect. Because of course he'd blame people left and right and never give one fuck about it. Even if that makes him more suspicious, because he might not even be realizing that. Or care.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
I like that comeback.
What?
Then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I kill him?
Of course, dude. We've seen that you literally have no remorse about killing. At least, you know, when you can get out.
Well, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You trying to start something, you wrinkle old piece of...
Hey, knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us, and there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
Then why did he kill Alice and Luna now? If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance. What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Wait, then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I mean, there is Quark, but... Again, if that's literally the answer, they're gonna have to pull some bullshit for me to, like, not be like, oh my god, that's bullshit. So basically, it's gonna be bullshit either way. I think it might be a good idea for us all to look for the killer.
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah, I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we gonna pair up then?
I'm not going with Kay. He decides he feels like snapping me in half. There's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
Phi's awesome.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway. No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
I like Phi, dude. She might be the one that cares the most about getting as many people out of here as possible. But, again, that doesn't really match up with that one ending where she says, fuck it. But, I don't know, we'll see. Oh, yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
No, I guess you're okay. I do want to learn more about Kay, so this is nice for me, but I'm also a bit suspicious, because again, as much as I hate Dio, I agree with him pretty often, honestly. Because, you know, like he said, if he wants to snap me in half, there ain't much I can do about it.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A, and the blue door on floor B.
Alright, Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with the yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet in the floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later.
There's no one in the infirmary. No Quark and no killer, at least as far as I can see.
Well, there is someone here, technically at least. The old woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was lying silently on the bed the furthest away from us. Is this where we finally get clues about the fucking murders? I hope so, and think so, thankfully. If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened, and now looked like any other stain. That was when I noticed it. Thank you. Please give me fucking... huh? Oh, yeah. A blood splatter. There must have been a bracelet there, right? Surely. So, but what's interesting is that she was a 10th person. So if she had a bracelet, my thought is Zero knew she was going to get killed immediately. Because if she had a bracelet, then I guess Luna would have had a bracelet all along, or whoever actually killed her. Wait a minute, look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Yeah, for some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist. A watch, perhaps.
A watch?
Yes. It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
Watch, huh? I don't know, it just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. Are women's watches usually thinner?
You raise a good point. Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewelry? You mean like a bracelet or... Mm-hmm. Of course, why didn't I see it sooner? This is the same size and shape as our bracelets! I fucking knew it. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant, just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the nonary game.
Okay, is something wrong?
Oh, no. Nothing.
That's a little sus.
If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing. And none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
They probably just took it. And that means they've been holding onto it this whole time. They probably still got it.
That would seem likely.
No, wait. If they'd been carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have opened.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet.
Oh, wait a minute.
In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still.
That's why the luminol's needed! That's why, for some fucking reason, Tenmyoji knew that the killer of this woman had a blood-splattered bracelet. He probably saw the same thing, and probably deduced the same thing, and that's why he needed the luminol. And we just went through the room that had the fucking luminol. I'm getting excited. I love when things start coming together in these games. Uchikoshi's a goddamn genius as much as he's also a madman. But, you know, genius and madness. Same coin. So the killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet?
Yes.
And you're telling me they're probably wearing it?
Correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words, but in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Why?
So that they could participate in the nonary game, I imagine.
Yeah, what if Zero set up the killing to always happen? Unless... I'm kind of wondering why that needs to happen, though. I just, like, again, if it's Zero Jr. that does this, or Zero themselves, then... Or actually, wait, no, it wouldn't be Zero, would it? Or would it be someone working for Zero? What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant.
Huh.
For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were.
And I think this is why Tenmyoji is convinced that this person is also Zero. Just like we saw in that one ending where he was going around and spraying everyone's bracelets with luminol.
To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
That? I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here. But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
Thankfully, having played 999, I have speculation. Trying to change the past, which is such a weird, even concept at all. Like so much of these games. That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, there's blood all over the old lady's arm, except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, then the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it.
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
Yep! Fucking knew it. Okay, I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. It doesn't matter how well they cleaned it. There should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First, we need to finish looking for Quark, though. Which, again, if he's the one and no one else had the bracelets, then he would be the one. But, like, how the actual fuck, though? But, like, if he was, then... Wait, where did... Which room did Quark wake up in? I don't remember. We've still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Did he wake up with Tamayoji? I think so? I feel like he did, but don't quote me on that. Again, like we said, a lot of this points to Luna. But, like, if it's her, then... you know. I really want to know why and how, if it's her. And how she can be so good at hiding a part of her that would do that, unless there wasn't actually any malice in the killing. Which... that doesn't make sense. Or what if the old lady killed herself in the room with Luna and then said, use my bracelet or something? Like, I don't know. I'm just going on all, you know, cylinders here with the fucking theories this time, obviously. Because, man, a lot of the pieces are starting to come together here. Both from 999 and this game, so I'm happy about that. Because it's been a lot of fucking roots that have had some really disjointed shit that it's finally connecting. Once we're done with that, we can head back to floor B to meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
There's 3 doors here, too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But... it looks like 2 of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open.
By the way, I feel like Kay's voice actor is doing a really good job. Because I would imagine it's actually kind of hard to stay as sort of monotone as he does. Now, I'd say he stays pretty monotone, but there's a lot of expression in what he says and kind of how he says things too. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know. I also find his voice just kind of pleasant in general. And it also is kind of robotic, so part of me is like, what if he really is a golem under there? But, like, why? Why the suit, then? Golems are supposed to look like humans. Or, you know what? You know what it probably is? His voice might be filtering through the mask, and it's probably actually a way different voice. Because, like I said, if it's actually a way different voice, then it might not be Snake at all. But his logical bent makes me think Snake. Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first. The Golem Bay! Are we gonna finally find out who he is? In here? Actually, wait. We're just exploring post-exploration, so someone might already have the thing that goes in his head.
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at a workbench. You go check out the far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. He's not here either. Hey, Kay! How's it going over there? Kay, can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked toward him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was it?
Yes.
What are you doing staring into an empty... I think he knows about the thing. Wait, did he have a premonition about the thing that would unlock his damn mask? Did he take the thing and is now lying about it? Maybe.
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? I think that was Dio, Phi, and Clover.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center.
Oh yeah.
The nameplate on this door says this is the Golem Bay, however.
So you're saying they didn't go there?
I believe that is the case.
Wait, how the hell did someone open the safe? You know what? What if it was Zero, whoever that was, because they would have the ability to unlock everything, wouldn't they?
Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open the safe, who did?
No, there's no point thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, and there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. So this is the treatment center, huh?
This is the room that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there 2 rooms on the other side of the green door?
An excellent question.
We can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden, or small holes he might have escaped through. I don't think they find him, though. Huh? Wait a minute, is he in? Wait! That screen is blue! Does that mean there's someone in there? Did someone put him in there? Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
Wait, did Dio... The window's all covered with frost on the inside, can't see it.
Shall we open it?
Yeah, might as well. Have at it. It's Quark, isn't it? I thought so!
What?
Quark! No, oh no. His bracelet... Oh, shh! Dio killed him. Probably.
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? I quickly pressed a finger on Quark's wrist. It was faint, but... Then how the shit did his bracelet... How the shit did his bracelet get removed then? Huh? Wait, okay, your heart stops is one. Did his heart stop and somehow he was resuscitated? That's my thought right now. He's alive. He's alive!
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
Same though, but what the fuck? I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay and Aw, cute! Sigma and Kay is I'm kind of shipping it now, honestly. I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much of one as I could manage. Yeah, that's a big boy. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Senior took it off?
What? Why?
I have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Senior brought Quark here and put him in this pod thing too. Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? What has he got?
Well, how would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
I'm sure. Yeah, I bet. Do you think you can carry him, or...?
No. I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised.
Oh.
I'll close the pod's cover then. Is that alright?
Yeah. Sure. Is this like the K ending here? And again, I really like this. This is a portray I feel actually 100% good about. Because he's not being a dick about anything, he gets it, and he's being amiable. And again, I think it was just out of self-preservation and not assholishness that he chose Betray when we chose Ally. Or, well, that he chose Betray at all, I suppose. Especially because I don't think he's ever pulled this sort of thing before, but don't quote me on that. Except for the point when 3 people already got killed. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's going to be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing on his own?
He'll be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover, so long as no one locks the pod. He should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed?
Yes, that is what I said, but you needn't worry. You see? I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go.
You're late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it?
Yeah. Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, Find anything?
Wait, did they get handcuffed to that fucking sink again? Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
I explained to them how we'd found Quark in the treatment center.
I see.
Why is he smiling too?
Oh, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
You weren't worried, asshole!
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably...
Probably. Do you even...
Whatever. At least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
I don't know, man. Part of me feels like this is genuine, but fucking why?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
I say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain that after Timioji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know where there's that intersection with the 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been...
I think it was, yeah. Again, whoops, cut her off. Don't mean to, but it's hard not to. I explained why.
So did you and Kay go through the other door?
Yeah.
What was in there?
Nothing, really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
For surfacing Sigma, apparently. And perhaps Phi.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
No, there's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with. Huh.
This is the rec room.
You know why they killed each other in here? Him and Kay? Dio and Kay? One of them luminoled the other and found that they had the bloody bracelet. We'll see.
Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
Yeah, there was. I said nothing and instead made my way over to the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark and I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why, you scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Phi, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. I want to see the underside of them.
What do you mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have the display on it. Come on, you really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. Yeah, that's the thing! His bracelet stuck to him. He couldn't possibly have taken... Yeah, I just realized that. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Phi stuck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward. And that's another reason why Kay isn't very suspicious. Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all 3 of our wrists.
Ugh, cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything See, if he jerked his arm back, what if it missed his bracelet? Although, no, I think it did. I think it hit his wrist. Phi's bracelet is clean, so's mine, of course.
Only Dio.
Okay, no, he didn't. It's him, isn't it?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio. We don't have time.
What do I have to do what you tell me?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for. But you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No! You don't get to order me around. I have rights!
Okay, but if he is behind everything, that's too obvious. So, like, Although, granted... No, I mean, no, Ace was pretty, like, amicable, right? He at least had that going for him. Now, it was a fake amicability, but it was. He was actually trying to act like he was virtuous and shit. Dio's just a dickhead, so if he's the one, then why the shit is he written so suspiciously as the biggest jerkwad here? It's like, it's too obvious. But, like, this only makes me think it's him more. But again, what if that's not it, but that's what Uchikoshi wants you to think to keep you guessing?
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
Thankfully, just like Dio himself said, this guy's pretty strong. He spun around toward the other exit. Stop him.
Right.
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All three of us left at Dio. This was in the trailer. I motherfucking knew it. But, like, then why? Why is it so obvious? But what if he's not Zero Senior? So it's him! It was never Luna. But then why did it look like... did he just make it look like it was her? He very well may have. Then that means...
Let me go!
You know, what if he's a victim of some kind of circumstance? And, like, the lady did something horrible to him. And that's literally why he's such a dickhead about it, and why he killed her. But again, does that excuse him being like this? No. But being excused from doing something, and like, I don't know, me understanding why you did it anyway are two different things. I hope he has a reason. Ace is just fucking evil, but part of me hopes that Dio isn't. Because he's not a sociopath like Ace was, right? He can't fucking hide like Ace can. So part of me feels like that means he's actually more... He's just, like, trapped here and scared, like Alice, but worse.
Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of... a mistake. Shit.
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained to Fi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well?
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Why?
Are you Zero?
No, I was under orders. I was sent here to do
something. By Zero, I imagine. To do what?
Who gave you this order?
So yeah, he's not Zero at least. So the person who had the bloody bracelet isn't Zero, so that was misdirection. But Dio did do this.
Die before I tell you.
So your orders are more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Oh, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would we put him?
Is there a room we can lock or anything?
Well, there's the pods, and we could just lock him in there.
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that.
Come on, please. Hey, listen to me.
Why would we listen to a proven murderer? Let alone someone who literally basically just said he was working with Zero. Or maybe not Zero, but someone, but he killed. We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's gonna need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't!
Oh boy. Why does it show the knights for that? Is it supposed to be like, hey, remember that ending? Where he got horribly pinned to the wall and Kay died too? Remember that? I don't wanna. Game. God damn it. No, fuck you.
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
I think they're dead. Like that one ending. Which sucks penis. Large fucking throbbing dick.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point.
Let's go.
I love this ending so far. We're finally getting a lot of answers for a lot of things. Huh. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now we've got to look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minuto. Thankfully that's plenty of time. Hopefully. To find someone. But if there's in as weird a place as Quark was... Anyway.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Kay and I nodded. I don't think they're coming, though. I think they are handcuffed to the sink and dead.
There's something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet.
Yeah.
When we found him in the pod. He wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found it.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty much. Except it could have been on Dio in that big old coat of his, but we didn't search it.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who would be pairing up the Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they That's right! Quark's bracelet was next to them next to them when they were handcuffed to the sink.
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know, but it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open.
So I would assume.
This is still all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, alright? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. This is the pantry.
So it would appear.
Well, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs. Again, the pantry is the other one we have not done yet.
Very well.
But when are we gonna unlock his mask, Kay's mask with the key in the Golem Bay? I think that's gonna be a true ending thing. No one here either, huh? Temioji loves scotch so much, I thought we might find him here drinking some. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting sus, eh? He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I would have described as blankly if I could actually have seen. Is he radical sixing? Oh god. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask.
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to this suit, I'd kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything? I think he remembers something.
Well, actually...
Oh, is he going to tell us?
I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
What'd you remember?
My father.
Wait, what? When Dad... when Dad do you remember that? Did it just pop out of nowhere?
Please.
Okay. Okay, yes, okay. It's a pun. It'd be so funny if that was just a typo.
This is serious.
Sorry. So, you remembered who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh, so your dad raised you?
Well...
Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him. The K ending.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
Wait, so he's always been in a suit? And that toy is fucking Zero...
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times where he was sleeping. Oh, Jesus, that's lonely. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. That would explain a lot of why he's kind of expressionless anyway. We develop body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and several of the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me and who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. Oh my god, that's so sad. If only I had a mother like that, I thought I would be so happy. Oh, oof. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He finished working and, as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. This poor naive child looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, okay. Wait, what? I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Sitting next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. When he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. First I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. Oof. Father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person. I refused to answer her and locked herself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you are still talking to a machine, not a person. Oof. There's a lot of things about robots in here, and like the philosophy of robots or something in this game. If that was what I'd wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. Robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. Oof. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. So I think, yeah, So he did care. It's a very extreme version of that thing that all fathers do, where they care, but they can't really show it, you know, so they do it more with, like, you know, providing things. Thankfully, I don't think I could be that kind of father, so I hope that if I'm a father, I'm much more emotionally there for my kid. Because my dad loves me, but man, it was hard for me to believe so for a while, you know? And also, my uncle said something like, all dads are assholes. They're always gonna come home from work too tired to do anything with anyone. I will never be that kind of person. I fucking refuse. Especially because I fucking refuse to waste my life like that anyway. I'm going to make sure I have a living that I both love and does not destroy me, emotionally and mentally. Also, considering I've been reclusive and living with my parents my whole life, holy shit, this is really striking a chord with me, Kay's story here. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. Huh. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. Wait. Okay. Is this really Junpei and June? But if so, then how and what and why and who and what and how and excuse me? First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said I would need to be more polite. Although, granted, wanting someone to scold you is such a weird thing for me, because table manners has honestly always been hard for me. I'm autistic. And if you're autistic, you get it. Manners in general, social cues, period. So, it was always so hard for me that I always had defaulted to being much more inclined to literally just not care about the rules, and the people that aren't assholes to me anyway, despite that, are the people I hang around. And that's literally worked for me. Also, it helps that I don't really feel like I need a lot of in-person interaction. Talking with friends online is mostly fine for me, although maybe that's because I have my parents and my cats to interact with. Because if I had literally no one, then maybe it would be really difficult, but it really isn't, really. And also, like, it's helpful that I'm not even really that inclined to find a girlfriend at this point. And I've never really been that inclined to. I've had a few, like, relationships that didn't last very long, but I've never been one of those people that didn't think I could never get a girlfriend, because I've had one several times, and a boyfriend once as well. So, it's a thing, man. And so, like, I am in an odd situation where I'm one of those people in their late 20s who's quote-unquote stuck at home. But instead of being resentful for that, I prefer it over having to deal with the world all at once like most people. Let's be honest. I'm growing up as fast as I can, but it really feels like I am, even though a lot of people would look at me and say, no, you're not, you're still hiding. I'm not. Trust me. I found what I want, and it's literally what I have, but just more independence and a living that I love primarily, and then giving a fuck about money. And again, I can afford that, because my parents are basically retired, and they have enough money to keep us going. So I don't have a reason to care about the normal kind of life. I don't want it. I want my life, my own life. I don't really care what other people think about it, because I've found people that approve of me anyway. Enough. So shruggy. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had been just another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. That's really cute! Oh my god, yay! Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while every day, I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her wait, that's the motherfucking lab! That is a picture of the fucking lab where the Accelavir is. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He made the fucking Accelavir. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Wait, what? Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. Wait a fucking... Okay, that's the old lady that got fucking murdered. That looks like Ace? I think. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. Wait the... Yeah, okay! It looks like maybe this is the facility. Not maybe. They literally showed a room in this fucking place. So he was sent there to kill her. Dio, but who the fuck is Dio? It was clear she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. So basically, yes, Zero Senior, but not really a copy, kind of. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do, destroy the facility, Ooof, and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor and with it the entire facility. Jesus Christ! But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. This is June, and I think Junpei is Tenmyoji. But how the shit did they age? Like, cause that's like rapid aging. That is not normal, because the second Noner game was not very long ago. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life. Yeah, no, this is... Okay, no, yeah. This is June, and I think Tenmyoji is Junpei. And... Okay, if Tenmyoji's Junpei, then the perviness makes a lot of sense. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I think she's trying to change the past so that she could be with him. And so if she died during it, then that would mean that she would be alive in that time, I think? And so, yeah, and if he was a genetic engineer person, Kay's father, he just created him out of his own DNA, didn't he? That makes sense. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. Oof, man. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. Evil. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Of course. But I think he's just been here forever.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well.
Oh god, is he radical sixing? Or just tired from that, which... Well, I think that could do it, yeah.
It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes, I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go and look for Clover and Temioji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I better get moving then. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she just opened the door to the lounge and walked in.
What's up with him?
Guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. Zero, eh? Like, you know, zero. Huh. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just gonna melt and run out of my ears. That's a pretty meta statement, Sigma. It's almost like you're the player character. Anyway. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that's the experience of playing these games. I mean, wait. You're in the game. So yeah, it would be worse if you're living this. Like, think about that. Like, oof. We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no fucking idea about. The hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole notary game thing for? And what the fucking fuck is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior fucking is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Science, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He's saying them, but I have a feeling he really didn't kill them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who's she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I even know anything about you, Phi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
Wait. She remembered something, didn't she? That sounded like gunshots. You heard that, right?
Yeah, it came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the elevator.
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Yeah.
Thought so.
Let's go. Oh god. Yeah, they're both dead. There's no fucking way they're not both dead. Temioji and Clover. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Temioji or Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. I don't think they heard Quark or Dio.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe.
We know that Tenmyoji was roped into this like apparently Dio was too, so yeah...
No harm in being careful.
I think before the noise was made, she remembered something. And that's why she's remembered something happening in the treatment center, which is why we're going there, I think. Alright, fine. We headed for the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. Okay, still there. There was Quark, sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing.
You say that, but Dio hasn't made a peep. Wouldn't he hear footsteps and be like, "Hey, motherfuckers, let me out!"
Dio.
If he was alive, so I have a feeling that he's either not there somehow, or he's dead. Let's open this. Did he kill himself? Or, because it looks like he might have choked himself. Or did he suffocate in there? Quark's fine, so what the hell?
Check his pulse.
He's dead. It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it. Also, his face is really oof to look at. I'm trying not to. Yeah, he's dead.
Look, the oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Then that means he is fixed. Okay, yes, that is what happened. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who? Looks like Tenmyoji or Clover, huh?
Look, we should go tell Kay about this.
I think Clover might have done it.
Come on.
He's dead, isn't he? Though waiting for me to follow, if I turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed. This is another everyone motherfucking dice ending. Or lock. Probably a lock. Well, we'll see. Fi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Okay, no, he's fine, right? Wake up. Something's happened. Okay, no, he's fine. Good. Oh. Oh no! When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twisted. Okay, thank fuck.
What is it?
We explained about how we'd found Dio dead, and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
I mean, think about it. If he killed Alice, and Clover is smart, then she would have killed him. Like, straight up. The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
There's also Quark.
What? No! That's impossible. Are you suggesting that Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Fi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Ah, shit, man. Ah, crap. We've only got 7 minutes until the primary door's open.
Alright, let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, but where is Dio's bracelet?
His what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Fi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
And we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back, grab the bracelet.
All 3 of us don't need to go. You 2 go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
Oh yeah, the yellow pair bracelets. Are these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket.
Alright, let's get going.
Shit, they're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or
what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead. But, well, we've seen them die before, together. in an ending that went pretty much like this one, but worse, arguably. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, if you're right, then you, Quark, Kay, and I are the only people still alive in here.
Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but...
We heard a noise and turned.
I apologize for keeping you.
Did you get Dia's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but...
Huh?
Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
Whoa!
What?
What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess...
Wait, what? Wait, excuse me?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will...
Oh no. Shit. You're gonna... Oh god.
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close.
Okay, whoever's left is trying to kill everyone. But we can still get through a door unless something happens to the bracelets we have. We as in Sigma alone. Are we gonna do a solo Sigma room? I'm curious. I feel like I doubt that for some reason. We've always been with people in rooms. Doing a solo room would be weird. And also oof, because everyone would probably be dead.
If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
But fucking why though?
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? 5 minutes are gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that! You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? What kind of a monster am I to just leave you here to die? God damn it! This is bad. What's I gonna do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... This is always what happens when there's a luck! Yep! Hi. Hi, luck. Hello, darkness. Hello, dark scream with to be continued, my old friend. God, there's one of these in the first game. There's so many in this game. There's so many of them. God damn it. Do I has new green luck? No? What the shit? Wait. No. No. Why the fuck not? Okay, well. Well, the reason why is probably the fact that this is probably going to be so fucking important. God. Oh, shit. I did that again. Okay, well. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting that when you close that, it just restarts the game. And I don't make a decision until the next episode, so I always end up doing this. Like I was saying, I think that the remaining routes, and probably more than I'd like, way more than I'd like, probably, the routes behind the choices I do not want to make in the B game probably contain everything I need. Anyway, friends, like, comment, subscribe if you like to, and I will see y'all next time. Have lovely days, keep loving yourselves, keep loving what you do, keep loving people, keep loving life best you can, and I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Hell yeah.